Hey, what's good, champions? Arian, Tyson here. Wanted to shoot this video because, this was another requested video. I received a comment on a video that I did last week, and the individual asked me if I can do a video on seasonal relationships. Having said all that, the video today is going to be about 2 lessons you can learn about seasonal relationships. And this is something that's really prevalent to me because I have seen a lot of relationships in my life come and go. Most of them were friendships and business relationships, so on and so forth, where there was a lot of backbiting done and it was revealed to me. And so I want to share with you 2 lessons we can learn from seasonal relationships. And the thing about it is, every relationship that we come in contact with or we develop is important. No matter how it ends, it's important. And that's something that we need to realize. So the first thing that I would say that we need to understand about seasonal relationships is that, for one, we have to accept that some relationships are seasonal. We have to accept that. Every relationship that we develop is not going to last a lifetime. That's just a statement of fact. No matter how uncomfortable it may make us feel, that's just the reality of it. We have to accept that some relationships are seasonal. Learn what they came to teach us, and then let go when it's time for them to leave. We have to be willing to do that. But that's hard for us to do as human beings because we think about the memories we've had. We think about moments that were shared. We think about when you are around someone for an extended period of time, you get used to them being around, right? And so it's devastating when they're not around, especially if your good days outweigh your bad days, right? But that's something that we have to understand, because at the end of the day, you can outgrow people. And then you could actually come across someone who accepts remaining stagnant, and they begin to question you. They begin to question where you're going, and so on and so forth. And quite frankly, it's very insulting, because at the end of the day, life is about elevation. Life is about growing and maturing and evolving and continuing to be a student. Even when you get to the place where you are a teacher and there are people that are looking up to you, coming to you for insight, answers, etc., you still have to be a student. You still have to continue to learn, because no one knows everything. And life will undoubtedly teach you lessons, some of them of which are very hard lessons, but they're lessons nevertheless, so you have to be willing to keep learning. And then the other thing that I would say, the other lesson that seasonal relationships can teach us is that some people enter into your life for a season and some come as a lifetime. Never mix seasonal people up with lifetime expectations. I'm going to say that last part again. Never mix seasonal people up with lifetime expectations. Why? Because when you are someone that has a lifetime expectation, and undoubtedly we all are going to fall short in some way, shape, form, or fashion, because the worst thing that you could do is have someone try to live up to your expectations, some of which are unrealistic. And that's something that life has taught me. Now, it might not be for you. That might not have happened in your case, but it's happened in my case where unrealistic expectations were placed on. And then when I have always been, true to myself, some people tuck tail and ran. And we have to realize that when people walk away, you let them go. Because your destiny is not tied to anyone who leaves you. It's not tied to them. And it doesn't mean that they're bad people. It simply means that their part of your story is over. And in the process of doing that, for those that leave, and I'm speaking from experience, from those that leave, here's what you never do. You never chase the wrong one, because the right one won't run. I'm going to say it again. You never chase the wrong one. Why? Because the right one won't run. Think about that. Think about those who have walked away from you, never even said goodbye. Those who walked away from you and can't even tell you why. And if you're willing to throw something away over one disagreement, was it really that meaningful to them to begin with? Now, if there's a history of things, that's one thing, because everybody gets to the point where they say enough is enough. But over one thing? So think about this. You can literally do 99 things right out of 100. I don't know anyone who wouldn't take that average. But the one thing you do, now unless it's, in a relationship where it's, some type of, where it's, infidelity, something like that, or someone put their hands on you, so on and so forth. Nevertheless, that's some of the exceptions. But over an argument, over a disagreement, and you just walk away, drop off the face of the earth, they walk away, drop off the face of the earth, it's not worth running after them, except that they're a seasonal person, because your life will become a lot healthier and a lot more peaceful once you come to that realization. And I'm speaking from experience. So I wanted to share that with you because someone asked me to shoot a video on seasonal relationships. Seasonal relationships are going to happen, but they help elevate you to the next level. But never mix seasonal people up with lifetime expectations, because you're doing damage to yourself and you actually set yourself back. So take it as a lesson learned, take it on the chin, and keep moving forward. If you got value from it, feel free to share this video. And remember, in life, you have two choices. You can make moves or you can make excuses, but you most certainly cannot do both. It's yours truly, Arian Tyson, the Moving Motivator, and I will talk to you in the next one. Peace.